So the project is going to transfer or relocate some of the services which is in the existing buildings, which is about 1930 built, which is not fit for purpose anymore. It doesn't comply with the standards. So we are moving maternity services, neonatal services, critical care and theatres, and also we have a floor where we admit patients to go up to operating theatres.
So the new clinical buildings project here at the Luton and Dunstable will help us transform our service delivery, both in terms of the efficiency of the clinical service and also in terms of the patient experience.
For me personally, being someone who works clinically as well as in a management role, it's just going to be nice that we can come in and feel that we can just do our job.
We procured Kia through a national framework, and I'm pleased to say that they have been a pleasure to deal with. We have experienced a fantastic site-based team. The work that the team have done to deliver on a very, very constrained site immediately next door to live and operational clinical facilities has been incredible. The facility is such a transformation, such a change from the current estate. So the reason I work for the NHS is making this kind of thing happen and seeing the change that it actually has for our patients and our staff.
We were trying to bring together in one state-of-the-art facility all of our imaging modalities, which hitherto had been scattered around different parts of the hospital campus.
We recognised that we needed areas for patients to wait, to be prepared, to have the procedure and then to go after the procedure. So for all of our procedures that are happening in this building, we thought about that and we arranged accommodation for that.
We genuinely, across the hospital, clinicians, managers and estates team, the contract administrator, who in this case was Arcadis, and then Kia and its team of subcontractors, we were genuinely a team. This lovely new shiny building has to interface with some pretty horrible old Victorian buildings for which there were no building plans. And actually what was very impressive at the time was Kia said, we accept this as a bowl of spaghetti, we could hit you for all sorts of delays, costs and so forth, but actually, do you know what, we're going to roll our sleeves up here and sort the problem out.
From my perspective, the site team were great, and I think staff in the organisation would probably see them more as one of us, as colleagues, certainly not as a contractor on a different side of the table for us. They would see us all working together for a kind of common end, and that's great.
This project means a lot to the Trust and indeed the local community. Staff are co-locating in terms of the teams. They're able to drive synergy into what they do. There's a whole research function as well that sits alongside the clinical teams, and everyone is in one place. So it's almost like a one-stop shop for delivering services and also having the research alongside.
We wanted to blur the boundaries between the community hub and sort of the mental health aspects of this building. You can see that in terms of trying to create that welcoming nature into the building, making it more sort of community focused, not create a clinical, sterile mental health environment, but to create something that was warm and welcoming, not just to the people that need the help, but the community at large.
From the point of view of service users, it's great for people to be able to come back into a really nice, clean, fresh, modern facility in the heart of Islington, enabling them to access care in a much closer to home way, which is a really big thing for us.
Working with Kia has been phenomenal, and bringing the expertise to the fore to help resolve all the supply chain challenges and still deliver on time. I have to say full credit to the team.
This new development on the Heatherwood site in Ascot is a really much needed programme for the local community. So in the new hospital, everything is under one roof, so the journey times for patients are considerably reduced. The patient experience is really enhanced by such a fabulous new modern state-of-the-art building which is designed for elective care in the current century.
This project has been entirely modelled in Revit. This was a lesson that we learnt and developed from in ED, where instead of just using the model as a way of the construction people to think about it, on ED we showed the end users what it's actually going to be like, and in many cases a lot of the changes came about before it was even built.
Working with Kia was enjoyable. I've worked with lots of contractors over the years, and I have to say I've really enjoyed this.
have worked on a previous build on a London hospital, nothing like the size of this, but I think the relationships between Keir, the capital team and the clinical and operational team, which is where I've come in, I think has been really outstanding.